You know that in Boogie Woogie, there's a lot of stuff that needs a lot of practice. Well, it's fast music, it's technical music, but every now and then there's an aspect that needs little practice only, but it's very important to make your boogie sound like a boogie also. Today we're looking at the finish of your phrases, because they contribute a lot to the sound of a boogie woogie. Also, of course, I will show you a little bit what to play with these endings. Pay attention. I play a little bit. Very easy stuff, and still there's something very important in it. What is it again? We remember ba da da 1 and 2 and 3. First one, 1 and 2 and 3. Another example. Again, 1 and 2 and 3. Now the on F I played this. Second, very typical, authentic ending of the phrase. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again this example. Here again, 1 and 2 and 3. Then we have the dominant. And this is also a really nice cliche that you can find from eminence to contemporary boogie pianists. Ba-dap, be-dap, ba-da-da-dap, combined with what I show you now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so we have these three things to finish the tonic. We have the subdominant. And we have the dominant. I got lost, sorry. We have da ba da da ba da da ba da didn't da 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 ba da. So it's on this one. The 18th get interrupted on the 1 here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. You know, you have these C bars in the end, and it's this 1 and 2. It's the first of the 2 ending bars in C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. This you can also, first I want to show it to you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You know, really remember this. Make a screenshot. We have that also a lot of that in blues in all tempos, but here it's also used massively. So again, the rhythm structure here: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you're a bit better, well, this is played a lot, but it's also, you know, different pianists have different styles. If you want to play it fatter, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. You just play, instead of these, you add these, you know. Okie dokie. So, repeating. 3 endings, all are typical and have great improvement of the overall impression of the phrase. Now we have to fill the stuff. But this is your task now. Make sure these endings are right. Now, what do we play here? A lot of it in Boogie Woogie is repeated. Repetitive stuff. Up, you see? Same. Now, so we have a lot of like da 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 repeated stuff. Why? It's high energy music, and repetition creates energy, like direct energy, like a fire. Of course, you have it even more in the even higher energy music, rock and roll, like you have this. You have almost only repetition, like a bit boring to me, but it's all repetition. So, but we are now in boogie, and still a lot of repetition. You have a lot of this stuff, and some in between, you know. And of course, you're only looking for these rolls in between. Let's have a look at those. So, I recommend start with something easy but repeat it, and make sure you have this ending right, like the thing I played in the beginning. Okay? And make sure you use upbeats a lot. Upbeats are very, very important in Boogie Woogie, because they, of course, create a sound of like flow. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Prepare your finish. It's a good method. Or for example, find your notes, or whatever. Really important, just the rhythmic accents. Now, you want to know, of course, like I can play just a lot of easy stuff. It sounds great as long as I remember my finishes, like. Let's have a look at these, where you want to start with to make it a bit more Boogie Woogie-like. This is also important, that you have this line of eights, but in between you have some triplets. So let me just follow the line of eighth notes. Repeat, 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 and in between you do. Bum da da dum dum bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum. Where do they come? You have to practice that. That is really practice stuff. No? Anchor. They start on the and here. 1 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? These have to be tight. Boogie Woogie does sound crap if it's not tight. And there's a lot of crap Boogie Woogie out there of people who just want to play fast here. They haven't practiced the left hand enough, so it sounds real. It will always sound amateurish, always. They think they play great because they can play this fast. But if it's not tight with the rhythm section here, it sounds amateurish always. Take that to your, burn that in your mind. Like they play like... I've heard it thousands of times, this stuff. But I can only pray. You must follow. Preach, I can only preach. Then start with something else that is repetitive. Then build in a triplet and finish with the rhythm structure I showed you. For example, a lot we have in Boogie Woogie this. Yeah, we take this one. Oh, yeah, why not? Then we can use what we learned before, like 18th chains, yeah? And we are in our little lick we played before. Upbeat. Another variation. Arrive in time for your finish. You got to prepare that a little bit. Watch out for where you want to land, and wherever you are, you jump here. Otherwise, it won't fit in your pattern. Now, then for F, you take. And we are back here. Now, remember the second bit. Bap, bap, bap. And on G you do something. What do we find for G? For G we do the following. Have a look. G, chromatically to the 7 and 9. And or same thing in the light version. Okay, that's really plenty of stuff for you now. Okay, we have this, I summarize. We stated that the end of a phrase is very important in Boogie Woogie, because it gives the phrase its paint, its impression. And it's very important that we don't finish just on the one, which gives away all the thing we played, like diddle doop diddle doop diddle doop diddle diddle dum. But then really important, very little to learn, great output. And then you start doing little repetitive things with one triplet in between. I gave examples, and make sure you get the ending of the phrase right. And then you have won a lot in this lesson, you know? Don't underestimate what I tell you. Like, it's really, I don't suck this from the piece of wood. It's from experience and from my thinking about the music. So, have a good one. I hope you like this lesson. Subscribe if you enjoy my lessons, and whatever. Hope to see you next tutorial. Okay, bye bye from Berlin. Take care. I hope you liked my video and that you learned something. Now you can subscribe. Just press this subscribe button or click on another of my videos on this side. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.